my planner friends, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I'm going to be doing my Plan With Me video for the week of May 27th through June 2nd. This week's inspiration is going to be that BoBunny kit that you see laying there on my desk. I got that a Tuesday morning recently, and I really loved this kit because it had a lot of peacock things, and I have never done a peacock themed Plan With Me before, so I thought that that would be really fun to do. Interesting enough, I had a really, that little piece of blue paper that's sitting there is actually a envelope. So I had an envelope that was almost the exact color of those peacock feathers. So I'm going to actually use that as my paper this time around. Um, so let's go ahead and begin the plan with me. What I started with was I decided I was going to cut that paper up. And I went ahead and just edited that part out because this video was a little bit longer. It had quite a bit of design elements to it. I used a lot of the die cuts from that kit that I showed you at the beginning. So I wanted to kind of concentrate the plan with me on that versus cutting out those papers. So I just fast forwarded that part. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm just going to kind of take some of the die cuts that I pulled from that pack. I didn't use them all. It's interesting because the die cut pack had like peacock things, and it also had kind of like flapper girl things. So I didn't want to use those part of the die cut set. I just wanted to use the peacock stuff. So I'm just kind of designing the page, pulling out the die cuts and using them. That was a little tab there that I decided to cut off the top of the tab and just make this little flag to match up with that other flag piece. And then that was a tag that I just took the top off so I can make it kind of more like a little label. And I did the same thing with that one as well. And just deciding on what peacock leaf to use. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut that tab off and make that one a little flag as well. So that's kind of my tip for this one, is just because it's a die cut that looks like a tag doesn't mean you can't make it a label or make it a little flag if you want to. Yeah, so I'm kind of debating here because I didn't like that the design for that little flag and the design of the little label that's sitting there were the same. I felt like it was too matchy-matchy in that same row, but I ultimately just left it and let that go. And then I had the stars that came from the die cut set that I wanted to use to cover up the label or the numbers because I didn't want the pink in this design. It just didn't feel like it matched. So I'm just going to mess with these stars here for a second just to get them kind of so that I have enough to cover up the numbers, and then I'm going to obviously put the numbers back in sticker time. I'll put the numbers back in sticker time. Alright, so I'm just looking for, I needed one more star to kind of make it work, but I found one, but I ultimately was able to kind of maneuver things around so that it worked out to cover up all the stars, all the numbers with the stars. All right, let's see, what am I doing next? Oh yeah, I'm pulling washi. So I'm going to pull some washi tape here. I'm going to put some washi tape at the bottom. The washi tape that I selected was see-through in the bottom. So I'm going to take just some label stickers here and just cover up those little dots at the bottom there. That way when I put the washi down, it's got a clean surface to lay down on. And then I'm going to actually double layer the washi. So I'm going to use that washi, and then I'm also going to use a really thin, kind of more deeper turquoise color. And I thought that that worked really well with the paper and all the die cuts and stuff. All right, so now I'm actually going to go ahead and get everything glued down, and I left this part in because I wanted to talk to you about the different types of glues that I'm going to be using. So I used my tape adhesive runner from Glue Dots. It's kind of my trusted glue dot thing. I really like that tape adhesive runner. And I'm going to go ahead and get all that glue down, and then I am going to go ahead and cover up the pink lines with some washi tape. I don't typically do this, but I just felt like for this one, it kind of needed that extra little bit of that blue color. Now I pulled this Tombow liquid gel or liquid um, glue for some of the little intricate detail things. And I have to say, I do not recommend this glue at all. I did not like it. Let me see. My sister actually gave it to me when I went over to her house over the weekend. Yeah, it's Tombow, and it's aquatic liquid glue. And I'm trying to see. Yeah, I don't know if maybe it's just it's too old. Because she said she got it free at the scrapbooking convention, which could have been a while ago that she got it. So it might have been old, but it just felt like it did not. I guess I'm used to Fabri-Tac glue, which is what I typically use. But I wanted to use this one because it had a smaller tip. And it was like curled up on me, and it didn't really like adhere down very well. It eventually dried and it was fine, but it was like I had to set it aside to let it dry, and I'm just not used to that. I'm used to Fabri-Tac kind of just automatically almost has a little bit of wiggle room, but once it's basically down. So you'll see me using it throughout the video, but I do not recommend doing that. And also, it made kind of like a wet spot on the back of this that one page, this page that I'm doing right now. It made kind of a little bit of a wet spot, and that's like my next little monthly recap thing. So I was a little bit disappointed in that, but hopefully it'll dry and it'll be okay when it dries. All right, so again, just kind of gluing everything down, and I do mess up a little bit on that little piece of washi tape. So instead of just redoing it, I just covered it up with that little die cut right there. All right, and I'm also going to do the thing at the bottom where I'm going to cover up that bottom piece and then add my washi tape. And then I'm going to go back in and cut that piece off too. So I'm going to fiddle with this for a second because I wasn't sure where I was going to put it. But I don't put it where it is right now. Okay, so I'm going to get, as soon as I was about to put that down, I realized I didn't put my washi tape down. So I grabbed the washi tape and just put that washi tape on the bottom and then put that down there as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue that piece on right there. And then I'm going to get all the stars glued on. And like I said, this was kind of like curling up, like when I set it down, it kind of like, I don't know, like curled up the little star right there. So I wasn't really happy with that glue. All right, so I think once I get all of that done, I'm going to add one more little die cut on the side because I wanted to add that little strip right there. So I'm going to make that a little banner, and I'm going to put that on the Saturday, Sunday, and then it's going to be sticker time. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and work on my journal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that piece right there, came from the die pack, the piece that I'm using, the background piece, came from the die cut set. And so I thought, well, I'll just use it. Even though I didn't use a lot of black in the spread, I can definitely add some black in with my labels and stuff throughout the week. But I really just wanted to use it because I liked it. I thought it was pretty. And then I'm just using these little tab things from the Happy Planner. I got these. They still sell them, but not in these particular colors anymore. I got them Tuesday morning, so I think they discontinued this pack. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that glued on and make sure it's all measured out right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little leaf there and kind of cover up the seams of where the tabs are. And then I'm just going to take that little Peacock die cut there. I'm going to look for a sticker to add to the inside of that little panel. And I do found one that was perfect because I loved the saying, plus it had kind of a ombre effect with the exact right colors. And so I was like, that's perfect. And then I'm going to do some glue dots. These are pop dots from Glue Dots, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop this little peacock off a little bit, and that's it. I'm going to call it done. Yeah, quick and easy. Now I'm going to go ahead and just trim up the sides where the stickers are kind of hanging off. And you can kind of see what I'm talking about a little bit. See the kind of wet spots kind of in the center there? So I'm hoping those dry before I need to write on that piece of paper. And okay, so that's it. I'm going to go ahead and get it in my planner, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really had fun doing it. This is my favorite color, so I love it. And I love the yellow accents and kind of the darker colors, that darker teal and stuff. So yeah, I really like it. I hope that you guys do too, and I will see you again real soon for my next video. Bye for now.